Hey, what's going on? Erik Cortina here. So what is a clicker? You guys been hearing that lately. A clicker is quite simple. A lot of people think, and it's clear, a lot of people think that is a clicker. That is not a clicker. So let's talk about what happens when you fire a rifle. So you're gonna put it in like this all the way, right? What's happening is this cocking piece is getting caught by the sear on the trigger. So this is what happens when you close the bolt. You rotate it, and now there's room for that firing pin to fall. But it is still caught by the sear on the trigger. You pull the trigger, the sear gets out of the way, that firing pin goes home. All right, now you have to open the bolt. Now Remington 700 style rifles are cock on open. So when you open the bolt, the cocking piece is gonna ride up this ramp and it's going to get into this small detent right here. That's what keeps it from falling, right? Still pretty fragile. You can rotate it. It takes some effort, but that's the whole point, right? You don't want this thing to decock when you open it. So that's why that detent is there. So that's what you hear there. Okay? That is not a clicker. A clicker is when your brass has gotten so tight at the base, or you're pushing pressures too high for this cartridge, that the web expands too much, that it actually gets stuck in the chamber. And you must force it out of there. That's why I am extremely against neck sizing only, because it does not handle the base of the case. But we've been down that road before. For now, all I'm going to tell you is a clicker is a piece of brass that it's too tight. You will find that the bolt's going to be really hard to open. And at some point, you put enough pressure on it that you're going to overcome the friction. And it's going to click. It's going to finally go so fast, so hard that it'll click. Oftentimes, if it's really tight, you're gonna be able to pull it all the way up and it'll get stuck right there, right at the primary extraction. The primary extraction happens here. The bolt handle contacts the action. You'll see there's a small angle right there. And then oftentimes, if it's tight enough, you literally have to pull on here. And that's what pulls the case out. And when it goes, you hear that click. Okay, the click is simply the bolt handle slapping against the action when you overcome the friction of pulling the case out. Like that. That's the clicker. So, what to do about it? Well, typically, if you have clickers, that brass is no good. It's gone. You either have used it too much, you have ran it too hard, or both. You cannot anneal it. Do not anneal the base of the case. You will hurt yourself. So do not do that. That's why the brass is meant to be annealed only at the neck and shoulder. That's it. You do not want to anneal the base. I will repeat again, do not anneal the base of the case. There's multiple ways to prevent clickers. One of which is our full-length sizing dies and our Mandrel dies. Our full-length sizing dies are tighter than the typical die that you buy at the base, and that's gonna squeeze the base a little more than your conventional die. That's going to keep clickers from happening. It's gonna keep that base from growing. Also, our Mandrel dies will squeeze the base as well. So you're gonna hit it twice every time you reload. You're gonna hit it with the full-length sizing die, then you're gonna hit it with the Mandrel die, both of which are good for precision, for consistent ammo, but also you're gonna be hitting the base more, which is gonna keep that base in check keeping it from getting too large to where you get clickers. Now, if your brass is too far gone, there's one more solution. That's the Rollsizer. My friend F-Class John did a video on this. You guys check it out. I'm gonna put a link in the description below. We have these on our store if you guys wanna get one, but it's pretty simple. You bring this cam around, you drop the case in, you adjust how much you wanna squeeze it down. This you can do, I think, from 223 all the way to 50 BMG. So, very versatile. But this is where you adjust how much you wanna squeeze it down. Bring it around, pull this back, drop the case in there, and then all you do is rotate it till the case comes back around. You pull it out, you measure, and what I shoot for is factory dimensions. And this will take care of your clickers. If you have brass that's too far gone and you don't want to throw it away, this will do it. Obviously, the best idea is to keep it from happening, but if you're already there, the Rollsizer will fix it for you. Anyway, I hope that helps. Again, clickers are very undesirable. When you're shooting, you want to be able to just cycle that bolt effortlessly. But if you're at the point where you have to really work on that bolt and then it snaps open, that's a clicker. That means the base, the web of your brass, it's too big. There's, like I said, ways to keep it from happening. That's our full-length sizing dies and Mandrel dies. But if it's already there, you might still help it out with our Mandrel die. If that doesn't help, the Rollsizer will take care of it. That's it. Keep them centered.
Tonight I'm feeling me, gonna make an ugly scene. Tonight I'm feeling